Welcome back to Celebrial, the spot where we don't just chase drama, we break it down, flip it over, and shine a light on every angle the internet tries to twist. And today's topic? Oh, we're stepping straight into the storm cloud that hovers over Brandy and Beyoncé. A beef fans love to exaggerate, remix, and blow up like fireworks. Because let's be honest, people love chaos more than they love facts. Every time this topic comes back around, the story gets told out of order, out of context, and mostly off vibes. Folks will swear they know the whole situation based on old interviews, fan edits, and half-baked tweets. But here on Celebrial, we actually walk you through the real timeline, the real history, and the real energy behind these superstar rumors. And trust me, the recent allegations that Beyoncé doesn't vibe with Brandy?
Yeah. Everybody moving and they hit because I'm about to talk some shit about Jay-Z and Beyonce. Everybody ran into the other room. They like Ray J crashed it out. No, I'm just saying, like, niggas need to pull up, like, when they come to the show, come say what's up to Brandy too, Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Those whispers didn't start yesterday. They go way deeper than people realize. Their names have been circling each other in this industry longer than some of y'all have been on social media. But before we dig into the messy moments, the shady comments, and the behind-the-scenes tension, let's take it back, way back, to when things were actually cool between them. This story starts in February 2009, when Brandy sat down for an interview with That Grape Juice. They asked her a simple question. Which R&B artists inspire you vocally and creatively?
That's it, like, because like we big fans, we got our family in there, our cousins, and we know y'all there and we love y'all and we look up to y'all. For y'all to come to every one of Brandy and Monica's shows and never say what's up to B and take all the pictures and all, I mean, it just...
And without even pausing to think, Brandy lit up and started praising Beyoncé like it was nothing. She didn't stutter, didn't dodge. She gave Beyoncé her flowers with full confidence and zero hesitation. She said she loved Beyoncé's style. She called her one of the greatest singers and performers of their generation. She praised her talent from the heart. No jealousy, no competition, no passive-aggressive undertones. This wasn't shade. This was admiration. And that's what fans forget when they try to paint this narrative like the two women have been enemies their whole careers.
I don't like it. And I love you, Jay, and I love you, B. Please, like, you guys are the biggest two stars in the world. So we know you there. Just, y'all walk by Brandy room, just pull up, say what's up, B, have a good show. I mean, she don't care. She never told me about this, and I am crashing out on this one. This is crazy. But as a brother and a fan of Jay-Z and Beyonce, like, we want to take some pictures with y'all too, and we want to say hi, and we want to be inspired by the inspirational words that you guys are going to give us.
Brandy wasn't just showing respect. She was acknowledging Beyoncé's power at the peak of her rise, when the whole world was watching and comparing every R&B woman in the game. But that right there is where the seeds of the so-called beef start growing. Because when two powerhouse women coexist in the same lane, the industry loves to pit them against each other. Fans love to stir the pot. Blogs love to twist every facial expression into drama.
Jay-Z and Beyonce, please, and I know Brandy and Ryan are going to hate this, but please pull up and say what's up to B. And if y'all there, this y'all 6th or 7th time being at the Brandy Monica tour, or the Monica Brandy tour. Y'all ain't said what's up to B at all. I just don't think that that's okay. I love you guys. No, come on, Jay. Come on, B. Let's do the right thing, all right? I love you.
And from that moment in 2009, things started to shift. Brandy didn't stop there. She also showed love to Rihanna, Mary J. Blige, Alicia Keys, and Jasmine Sullivan. But the way she spoke about Beyoncé, that respect hit different. She made it clear Beyoncé's voice, her stage presence, her overall energy was on another level. Brandy wasn't competing, she was giving raw credit. And just a few months later, Brandy doubled down on the love again during a Music Monday tribute. She posted Beyoncé's resentment performance and went off with the praise. She called Beyoncé a bad woman, talked about how those harmonies were so crazy, they made her want to throw her entire iPod across the room like it betrayed her. It was pure admiration, loud and proud. So on the surface, everything looked healthy, supportive, respectful. Brandy looked like one of Beyoncé's biggest cheerleaders, someone who never hesitated to say Beyoncé inspired her. But then we jump to March 2013, and things get interesting. That's when Beyoncé dropped Bow Down, a song where she wasn't humble, wasn't quiet, wasn't sweet. She was talking her talk, standing on business, declaring the throne was hers. Beyoncé was in her confident era, telling the world exactly how she felt. Immediately, fans and critics split in half. Some loved the attitude, some hated the tone, and a whole wave of backlash hit the internet. So when the griot interviewed Brandy about the drama, she played it cool. She said art is freedom. Artists should be allowed to express themselves however they want, and Beyoncé had every right to create a track that reflected her mindset. But then came the tricky question. Do you like the song? And Brandy, being honest, being human, said, I don't love the song, but I love Beyoncé. Simple, respectful, straightforward. But the internet? Oh, they grabbed that one small sentence like it was a grenade and started pulling pins. That clip was chopped up, reposted, twisted, and turned into something it was never meant to be. Suddenly, fans were acting like Brandy shaded Beyoncé, when all she did was tell the truth in a gentle, harmless way. That's the moment this whole beef started getting fake oxygen. A tiny clip, taken out of context, turned into a storyline the internet still refuses to let go of. And once that little clip started circulating, it didn't matter how respectful Brandy's comment actually was. The internet had already built a whole starter kit narrative out of thin air. People were acting like Brandy threw shots when she literally said she loved Beyoncé. It was wild. But things got way messier in December 2016 when songwriter Tyon Christian, aka TC, stepped into the conversation and unintentionally poured gasoline on a fire that was barely burning. TC opened up about his past working relationship with Brandy, and that's when the storm hit. He claimed Brandy had posted some shady messages online, and he believed those posts were about him. According to TC, the tension started after he took a harmless picture with Beyoncé. He said Brandy didn't appreciate his proximity to Beyoncé, and when he later collaborated with Tamar Braxton, the energy between them supposedly shifted even more. And the second he dropped Beyoncé's name into the explanation, the internet took off like it heard a gunshot. Suddenly, people were acting like TC had unlocked some secret jealousy storyline. The internet sprinted with the idea that Brandy had been secretly salty toward Beyoncé for years, even though none of that was confirmed, and Brandy had never disrespected Beyoncé publicly. Brandy eventually tried to shut all the noise down. She posted a picture of her Brandy Barbie doll next to Beyoncé's doll and wrote a long, heartfelt message about healing, spirituality, and the emotional journey she'd been walking through. She opened up about depression, feeling lost, rebuilding her identity, and growing into her purpose. It was vulnerable and honest. She apologized if her hurt ever caused hurt to anyone else. And she said clearly that she had love in her heart, not competition. She said she respected Beyoncé deeply, and she even showed love to Solange, who once defended Brandy when critics came after her 211 album. It was a moment of maturity, softness, and real growth. But, of course, some corners of the hive weren't trying to hear any of it. They treated her whole message like it was PR spin instead of a woman speaking her truth. Healing wasn't on their menu, dragging was. They skimmed the caption, ignored the vulnerability, and kept pushing the jealousy narrative like it was their side hustle. Fast forward to September 2023, and Brandy shut everything down once again, calmly, gracefully, just being Brandy. She attended Beyoncé's Renaissance World Tour with her daughter, posted their photos, wrote a sweet caption, and made it clear: there is no tension, no shade, no rivalry. She thanked her daughter for taking her to the show, saying she had an amazing night, and that alone should have ended the conversation. But by then, the internet had already spent years twisting the story into something it never actually was. The vibes at the Renaissance show were sweet, warm, and full of pure mother-daughter joy. Brandy was glowing in those photos, and for most people, that should have been enough to shut down any leftover rumors about tension. But, of course, this is the internet, and the internet never lets a peaceful moment stay peaceful. Fast forward to December 2025, and suddenly Ray J decided he was ready to audition for the role of Chief Chaos Officer, charging into the conversation like he had a cape on. Out of nowhere, the whole thing took a wild left turn. Here's what happened. Beyoncé and Jay-Z reportedly showed up at a few dates of the Boy Is Mine tour, which featured Brandy, Monica, Kelly Rowland, and a bunch of R&B icons. Fans posted photos of Beyoncé hanging out backstage with Monica, Patti LaBelle, and other stars. But not one photo surfaced with Beyoncé and Brandy together. And that's when Ray J jumped online like he just drank an entire gallon of espresso. He went on video, animated as ever, claiming Beyoncé and Jay-Z never came to Brandy's dressing room. He looked emotionally confused, dramatically puzzled, and said they didn't show Brandy the love she deserved. It was loud, passionate, messy. Everything Ray J is known for when he decides to tap into his superpower, unfiltered energy. He even admitted, mid-rant, that Brandy had no idea he was making this video and would probably be mad at him. That alone had people howling, because Ray J has a track record of creating storms nobody asked for. The reactions were instant and explosive. Half the internet was like, he's just defending his sister. The other half was like, Ray J, please go sit down. You're doing way too much. While Ray J was still trending, things took an even wilder twist. Out of nowhere, Brandy's actual Instagram account appeared under a Beyoncé fan page, commenting something along the lines of begging Beyoncé to take a picture with her because it would go viral. That comment sent the internet into DEFCON 5 energy instantly. People were confused, shocked, laughing, suspicious, you name it. Some folks thought Brandy was joking. Some thought Ray J stole her phone. Some thought her account was hacked. Some thought she was being sincere. The whole thing turned into a digital circus in minutes. Because the image of Brandy, a legend, a Grammy winner, an icon, leaving a comment like that threw fuel on the very rumors she's been trying to shut down for years. Suddenly, the internet was treating it like a new chapter in the Brandy versus Beyoncé conspiracy, even though nobody knew the full story yet. The whole situation looked off. Weird, desperate, and confusing. And the internet did what the internet always does. People started acting like they suddenly had medical degrees, trying to analyze Brandy from one comment. It got messy fast. But then Brandy's team stepped in with an official statement explaining her account had been compromised and the comments weren't hers. And once that update dropped, everything shifted. With the air cleared, it became obvious none of these moments were proof of real animosity between Beyoncé and Brandy. If anything, the history shows one thing consistently. Brandy has shown Beyoncé love over and over again, while Beyoncé has stayed neutral, quiet, and unbothered, the same way she handles every rumor. It wasn't beef, it was miscommunication mixed with fan chaos. But then, the internet caught wind of a backstage video from the Boy Is Mine tour, and that clip reignited everything like a spark hitting gasoline. In the video, Beyoncé is walking backstage with security clearing space, and at the same time, Brandy is approaching from the opposite direction. You can hear someone say, "Move to the side," and Beyoncé dips her head, shifts her body, and slides past the crowd. The clip was only a few seconds long, but the internet treated it like a full movie trailer. People immediately claimed Beyoncé was dodging Brandy on purpose. Fans replayed the clip frame by frame like they were studying game footage. Some saw shade, some saw coincidence, some saw nothing at all. But once again, Brandy found herself pulled into an industry storm she didn't ask for. She has been involved in a few complicated moments over the years, Not because she's messy, but because fans attach drama to her name the second anything looks off. And this video added fuel to a rumor that already had years of exaggeration behind it. When you really study the timeline, the alleged Beyoncé versus Brandy tension isn't completely made up, but it is heavily overblown. There were misunderstandings, out-of-context comments, internet theories, fan wars, but almost none of it came from the women themselves. The only real on-record moment that ever hinted at friction was Brandy saying she didn't love Bo down. That's it. One honest opinion. And fans took that tiny quote and built a whole myth out of it, like it secretly shifted the entire energy between them. But when you zoom out, the story looks way more like fandom drama than superstar beef. Beyoncé kept it mute, literally and figuratively, and Brandy kept showing love. And to be real, none of us know what conversations Brandy and Beyoncé may have had behind the scenes. They could have cleared everything privately years ago, and we'd never know. But the industry loves whispers, and the whispers added another layer to this whole saga. People claimed Brandy and Beyoncé's close friend, Destiny's Child superstar Kelly Rowland, were once tighter than tight, until Brandy supposedly tried to warn Kelly about the Knowles family. Nobody involved has ever confirmed that story. Not once, not ever. But this is how the internet works. Scattered moments, tiny quotes, chopped up clips, all mixed together until fans convince themselves they've uncovered a secret feud. Beyoncé stayed silent, focused, private, and unbothered, like she always does. Brandy kept giving honest interviews, sometimes emotional, sometimes misunderstood, which only fed more speculation. Neither woman lost success, respect, or their place in history. But the rumors refused to die because the public loves the idea of powerful Black women clashing behind closed doors. And let's be clear, Beyoncé is a master at shifting the energy of any room she walks into. She knows exactly how to silence a rumor without saying a single word. So honestly, it wouldn't be shocking at all if she pulled up to another stop on the Boy Is Mine tour, wrapped her arm around Brandy, snapped one photo, and sent the internet into a full meltdown, trying to rewrite a narrative they spent years convincing themselves was true. One picture, and decades of fake beef would disappear overnight. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to Celebreel for more deep dives into the stories the industry tries to twist. Trust me, the next video is going to be even wilder. See you in the next one.